Welcome, everybody. How are we doing? This is the Testars mentoring program, and like I've made mention of this to the. This is what I try to avoid. I wouldn't want to be talking and then we are adding people along the way, stopping us, and all of those things. It can be really disorganizing like that. So let me stop sharing this. Was there is an overlay on my screen? I don't know. There's still an overlay somewhere. Oh, oh yes. Kenny, I just saw your response. I don't know. I believe you guys can hear me, but I think that there's an overlay on my screen that I can't see again. Let me rejoin. Let me refresh this. I don't know where the overlay was coming from actually. Okay, so like I said earlier, welcome everybody to this wonderful session. To this wonderful testers mentoring program. I mentioned it to those that, during the waiting period of the automation testers, I talked about what this program is about, explain what we'll be doing for the next 6 months, the duration. We need an access code. I don't understand what that means. What does an access code mean, William? Access code. You don't need a code to join this meeting. Nobody needs a. Did you use a code to join?
No, I mean for the whiteboard.
Oh, okay. I've not even shared the board though. I'll just try it again. But it disrupted my view the other time. That's the reason why I stopped sharing. But let me try to um let me create a new board. Mm, sorry. So okay. So it's trying to open up. Let me share my screen. So let me know once. Oh, I don't like all this disturbance of joining little. I don't like this joining little disturbance at all, at all, at all, at all. Uh, uh, what's going on? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes,
So am I on two calls?
you were before.
Oh, I see what is going on. Because I switched to. Oh, something is going on here now. Can you guys still see my screen?
No, we can't see your screen.
I'm doing, I'm doing, I'm doing a kind of magic so that only me who understand. Okay, sorry, just don't mind me with this drama that is going on. I would sort it out. So this is still asking me to admit people here. This one will take me to the call. This thing is surprising me. Oh. I seriously don't know what is going on over here. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Is this place presenting already?
Okay. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen. I can see this recorded and okay. All right. So like I said, what this program is all about is going to be about mentoring session. I mentioned it earlier that it's not enough for you to learn the skills that is needed to be a tester. I want to replicate myself, right? And like I said, I will not be doing testing like forever. So I'm trying as much as possible to somebody meets between one day and say, "Oh, I want you to teach me testing." I'm like, "Oh no, sorry. I can't teach you testing. Go and meet so person, go and meet Amy, go and meet Kende, go and meet William, go and meet these people." Um, and they'll be eager to come and learn from you because you not only have shown yourself to be a great tester, but you would have also shown yourself to be a good leader in the community. And when you talk about building people, building leaders, it goes beyond it goes beyond I'm a tester, right? You are a tester, you have been doing testing. Some of you even have more years of experience than I do in this industry, but we need to make you more visible. We need to make you more professional, well seen, being a thought leader globally. So this is like an all round. So even if you are into manual testing, like I used to say it, the kind of testing you are doing does not mean that you should not be a thought leader. I've even before I learned automation, I've always been training people and I've always still been doing my best in the testing industry. I've helped people to still get jobs, even when I was still doing manual testing. So it's not a case of princess is because you have been there. Everything I'm doing now is what I've been doing before I got out there, and it's still something I'm doing while I'm still in here. So when it comes to building culture, it starts from your very core human being as a person. I'm not going to be telling you, yeah, sleep, or yeah, don't wake up, or yeah, wake up, or yeah, collect your money. I'm not going to be telling you that. That one is your personal thing. I'm not going to tell you to eat, but there are some things that makes you attract the right set of people that you want. You want people to slide into your DM and say, "We want you to come and work in our board of directors as an engineering lead." Okay, not just a tester. Do you understand? So we are going to be covering both soft skill, you know, and we are going to soft skill, not low, soft skill and technical skills. Okay. Um, Basically, this is what makes up a let me say soft skills and technical skills. This is really what makes up. Let's look at like on an eye level, right? Under your soft skill, we cannot be talking about um, managerial skill, personal development, you know, um, anything that has to do with human being, political skills, because like that even in office space there is politics, and you need to know how to play the office space politics as well. The technical skills, yes, you are learning testing, you are learning automation, which is good, but there are some other things I think can even be a benefit to you. So for example, the automation course you are learning does not cover Cypress, even though you will know JavaScript, but Cypress is a good thing to know. Even if you are not even an automation tester, it's just like a non-code skill that you can learn, and it has some very valuable resources that you can learn from that will practically take you from these resources that I have can actually teach a secondary school student technical skills. So I'm going to be doing some webinars with you, how to set up some, if it's I learned something on Kubernetes, AWS, SQL. This is some things randomly that I would bring up. I'll also bring up some expert in, like I said, this is not something I can do on my own. you know, um, I'm going to be bringing up some other experts in the industry to come and speak with us. We are going to invite them here. They are going to talk to us about the particular thing or the other. For those of you that want to travel large, we're going to bring someone that can tell you how to process your how to get into UK, US, Canada. There are different things that's going to happen. So see this like a community, but again, this is not just like the regular ones because it is time bounded and you have a very short time to consume as much as you want. It is when you are done with this program that you can now say, yes, I'm a member of the Testers community. You have to go through this Testers mentoring program first and understand the culture. There is something that would very unique when you see testers out there. Okay. And remember, our testers is not the TESTERS. Our own is TSATARS. So TATE and then stars. So I wonder, I know there should be something very common and unique about a tester. When you meet a tester out there, I want you to know that yes, this is a tester, right? Because of everything that makes them up. So we are going to be touching um I'm going to be spending a lot about I'm going to be starting this session with soft skill, and then as time goes on we move into the technical skills. We are going to talk about CVs, we are going to share templates, we are going to bring people from in global industries to come and give you different CVs format. It's going to be all round, okay? And it's not something I want to bombard you with within 1 week or 1 month and then say, okay, that's it, bye bye. You're going to be taking them zip by zip. And at the end of every sessions that we have, we are going to be giving you assignments to do, which you have to submit. And you need to submit it before the next session at a particular time so that you can be accountable. Accountability skills, under soft skills as well, is very, very important. It shouldn't be that adult that says adulthood not scam. So I beg, I'm going to live my life the way I want it. Just know that there are so many people's life dependent on you, whether you know it now or not. I'm just saying, I was saying it to someone one day, and I'm saying, like, please, I'm not accepting anybody I'm not adding anybody into this call again. This is the end of it. So in talking about that, um okay, this is 15 minutes. I've tried. This is 8:15. I have tried. I have really, really tried. Adulthood is not scam for me. So I've really, really tried. 8:15, I've really, really tried. Nobody should join again. And that is it. So what I'm going to do now is I need one of those that volunteers. Sorry, is anyone any of those that volunteer? Are they on this call? William, Sultan, Mary, Collier, Kende. Are you on this call?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I am.
Okay, so please, somebody should create an Excel sheet. And in that Excel sheet, in one document, I know Excel sheet is a document, right? So you name it a attendance sheet. In one sheet, you put the name. In fact, create a link and drop it in the chat section now, and let everybody on this call put their names on it. Okay, let everybody on this call put their names on it. When we are done with it, create sheet 2 in that same document and go to the general channel on the Testars mentoring on the Testars platform. Now, if you see anybody on general that his name is not on this sheet, put it under that second sheet to show that they were absent. These are the people I'm removing next from the plan. I'm removing them by tomorrow from the Slack channel. Like I said, see, even if at the end of this program I finish with only 10 people, I'm perfect with them. I'm absolutely perfect with them. Even if it's just 5, even if it's just 1 person, I'm fine. I've tried. So so back to what I'm saying. So please, somebody should do that. I don't know who wants to do that.
Okay, I'm on it already.
Oh, great. Thank you. So drop the sheet in the chat section when you're done. All right. So like I said, it's going to be all round. I was saying something that I couldn't have imagined, how many people would have not gotten this benefit from me if I didn't take up the responsibility to share. Nope, I'm denying entry. Sorry. I couldn't have believed how many people, I've trained over 1,000 people, right? I've spoken at different events. I've helped a lot of people to clean up CV and apply for jobs, even though I didn't train them in my course. So imagine that I didn't decide to step up. Imagine that I didn't go undergo a mentoring program and then learn how to position myself rightly and then learn how to teach other people and then learn how to become a better manager. That means I would not have been able to do all the things I've done. That means in one way or the other, yes, maybe, yes, definitely God would have raised somebody else to help them, but I would not have fulfilled that part of me that I would have been able to fulfill. I would not have been able to get clarity with my career path. I would not have been able to train people. I would not have been able to help other people to, the reason why I'm not going to allow that today is because it is well stated there on the general channel. I stated it there yesterday on the general channel, and I said our first class will hold on the 16th by 8 p.m. And then I said your first assignment when you sign up is to introduce yourself. Um, I told you about guidelines. If you miss classes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm even going to update that terms and condition. If you don't attend any session, if you don't attend any class, you pay me the fine. I won't wait till 4 times again because we need to be conscious. These are part of the leadership skills that we are talking about. You cannot tell me that you are a leader and then you are doing words your members will not even do. So how are people supposed to lead you? I mean, how are people supposed to follow your leadership? You can't come into a meeting as a leader. Because you are just as equal as those that call you for an interview and didn't show up. So everybody on this call, if I'm building 30 people, I'm building 30 people. For today, I'm not going to allow anybody to come in, definitely, but probably I'll reduce the fine for them. So you know how really, really important this is. Anything free, people misuse it. Yeah, people misuse it. So we need to put that discipline into ourselves. So before I digress, I was talking about like how many people, that I would not have trained by now, and how many life I would not have impacted by now. So it talks all around. We are going to start from the very basic. I know everybody here is an expert. I know you have been writing. I know you have been doing a lot of fantastic things, but we are going to start from the very beginning. For next week, like the first week, we are going to talk about writing. Please don't unmute yourself because I'm recording this session. Just raise up your hand or just type in the chat section, please. So I've said it in the chat. Like I said, we are going to start from the beginning, and the first thing we are going to start with is writing. And you'll be surprised that so you're saying that I don't have to write, and it's not true. I was studying writing one time. One of my mentors was talking to me about my writing, and I could not even imagine the flaws that were in my writing. you know, I could not even imagine the flaws that were in my writing. I could not even imagine the grammatical errors the blunders I used to make when I type to people. And like I said, this is not a judging zone. Regardless of your level, it is something that you need to be explicitly good at. Sometimes have you noticed that there are sometimes you write people that they don't respond to you, not because they didn't read your chat, not because you are a bad person, but because you just have something you have written that just doesn't sit well. Have you noticed that there's sometimes that you write A and somebody that is reading your chat will be thinking you're saying B? Do you understand? And they will just misunderstood what you're talking about entirely. So we need to go back to the very beginning. We talk about writing. So throughout the day when throughout the week when I'm talking about writing, of course we'll have an entire session on writing together. But during the week, I'll also be talking to you, dropping some things that you need to learn, tools that will aid your writing, how to review your grammars, and all of those things. Then going from that, everything here is all about communication, right? After writing, we then go into um I would say so it's four things: reading, listening, speaking. I think there's one thing else. You okay? So maybe these are the four. But if I remember anything, but these are the first thing we'll touch. That I'm hoping to God to give me strength for us to cover in July. So I'm talking about reading. Some of you don't. Almost every human being. So if I say some of you, just know that it's everybody I'm talking about. Some of you don't know how to read to understand. Sometimes we just listen, we just read some things, you just glance through. There are some things that you have to glance through, there's some things you have to read in details. Some of you have signed contract that has landed you in serious trouble, and then it is when you want to leave the company you realize that, wait, this clause is there, I didn't see it though. Do you understand? And also talk about listening. Listening to understand is one thing, listening to respond is another. And as a professional, as a thought leader, you don't want to be you don't want to be the person that don't always understand people. And then speaking, and this is one thing I notice a lot with people. I've not seen anyone, I think everybody that I've seen at a lower stage of life has an issue with speaking. The way you speak to yourself is the way you speak to people. Yes. I know that this person, the person that is not correct, and then you have insulted the person, and then you are satisfied, and then you have the person. What about you? The way you speak, the things you speak to yourself. So somebody was typing in the chat section one day on the Switch Software Testing Quarterly, and then the person said, I hope this program must pay me, or I hope we shall learn sha. And I was like, no, you don't do that. What you want to see is what you speak. So there are things that should not even come out of your mouth. I don't care even if you live in the ghetto till when you grow up. You can rewire yourself. So you need to know how to speak and how to be very, very intentional about the things you say to yourself. When I wake up in the morning, it's not a religious activities, but I have my words of affirmation that I say to myself. So when I come to the office every day, or when I sit on my desk every day with a kind of energy, people are like, where are you getting this energy from? I get my energy from the things I say to myself. If you see my word of affirmation, me, I'm the only person that can praise myself. When last have you called yourself handsome or beautiful? Even when people tell you that you're beautiful, you're like, I beg Jerry, call me beautiful. Because you are. Just you need to learn to accept some things. You don't need anybody to tell you things that you know about yourself. And that is why, because you are not saying a lot of things to yourself, when people call you otherwise, you flee up. If you tell me that, oh, okay, you're very ugly, that's your business. You're the one that cannot see. It's you that cannot see. It's you that cannot see the road. And then when you speak, some of you, exactly, you all speak like me. Some of you, when you are speaking to people, you just talking it out. You just talk. Like, I'm not saying anybody. I'm an adult, in me. And there is a place of bragging. There is a place that you talk compelling. See, there are ways that you compel people to listen to you. There are ways you speak to people and they will naturally listen to you. If you're that person that whenever you pick up a microphone, everybody sleep, you need to watch the way you speak. If you're that people in your working place does not even want to associate, they look at the way you speak. You don't just stop cry, just stop cry. There is a way you speak, and this is not just applicable to just in the office. Is you see, there is no way you'll be forming something and it's become part of you. It has to be natural. It has to be things that you're intentional about. When I'm talking about the way you write, some people will come to my DM and then say hi. I will never respond to you. It's not a beraga. Well, what is hi? And then you will now wait. Maybe 2 weeks later, when I now say hello, you now say, how are you doing? You want to ask something, no, but you say hi. People do that on LinkedIn too. Hello, and then they will go. Facebook is even worse. These are core fundamental skills. If you mess up, if your fundamental skill set are wrong, if you don't write well, some of you write and then you write a lot of things and jam packed. There is no full stop, there is no command, there is no space, you just write. Some of you post things on LinkedIn at times. I'll just scroll, just scroll past. I beg, I didn't want to read it. And because of that, it's building a fear in you that I beg go. I don't want anybody to see me. That's the reason why you cannot even write on LinkedIn. Because when you are good at something, you want to show it off. What if you say that you don't like writing on LinkedIn? Watch yourself. What is the reason? Because God has built up with that capacity. We have the desire to connect with people. As a human being, you have been built to connect with other people. So if you are having a phobia for writing out there, you have a phobia for speaking, you have a phobia to carry a novel and read, look at what is causing it. Is it that you don't have patience? Is it that there is an issue with collect I am receiving feedback? Is it that you don't want people to criticize your work? Is it that because you're not confident in your grammar or in your command of English? There is something there. And you need to fix it. It's not something you come and say that I beg, maybe that part is not for me. Anyway, you are a guy, for example, you want to ask a lady out, and then you are there saying hi, hello, okay, how are you now doing? After 5 days later, it speaks all round. The same thing with a lady too. A guy has asked you out, you don't like him, but you don't have to chase. You don't have to talk to the person and then chase the person out like an animal, because it doesn't have to just be about acting out. That same person that came to ask you out, you can later build a very good friendship with that person, that the person can even be the one to refer you to another job or to another opportunities entirely. So you see these four things, we need to trash it out first. And every week from next week, we are going to deal with each one of them one by one. And you're going to do things. I'm going to give you tasks to do. If you don't do the tasks, you pay my fine or you leave. Like I've said, it's a rigorous mentorship session. A lot of people, and I've not opened this thing to the public yet. This is just within the circle. If my circle of people are not going to value this, I'm going to move it to other people outside. I have a number of people on LinkedIn that need it. So we are going to trash this out. Then after that, and when I'm talking about writing too, you write mails. I see some CVs with so much typo errors. Typos. Hi. Typos, when people write about their profile, if you place that thing and put it on Grammarly, the kind of error you will see. Oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder, even if there is an automated system, your CV could not have passed their stage. So we are gonna be intentional. We are gonna deal these things one by one. We are gonna deal with it. You are gonna share your experience about this, and you're gonna be intentional about doing the assignment. Do it for your personal growth. Trust me, I am doing it. Me, one of my own phobia that I dealt with initially was reading. I don't have that time to. I just feel like I don't have the time. I just feel like I don't have time. So once you write a lot of things for me on chats, I'm like, just send a voice note. And when you send a voice note, because I don't have that patience to read, I will not be able to listen to understand. So sometimes we feel like maybe it is not this one I meant for me, it's this one that I should focus on. No, you are when you say you want to be a leader, you are meant to be built all round. So even if when you go for an interview, you are able to sell yourself confidently. See, the first, I don't want to start teaching now. I don't want to start teaching. But you need to know that, yeah, so there is a link in the chat section that William just dropped. So if you're on this call, go and put your name on it. Make sure your name is please make it editable. Oh. William, it's not editable right now. Yes, access to the link will be revoked after this call. So please give us the permission to click on the share button and then give permission to anyone with the link can edit. Anyone with the link can edit, at least till after this call. Once you do that, please let us know. So, like I said, it's okay, done. Let me refresh to confirm. Okay, yes. So please go ahead and start typing, guys. Don't overwrite somebody's name on. Yeah, so like I said, we are going to deal with about this each one of them, throughout the first phase of that. So, like I was saying, when you go for an interview, I say people are very good. When you are going for an offer of $70,000, see, there is as when you are well equipped, you can go for an interview as somebody without an experience. I'm saying this with my full chest. You can go for an interview and get an offer, your first offer of $5,000. I can tell you that for free. You can get a job of $5,000 in a month. It depends on the content you have put in. The content you have. I've seen people that cannot see. I see there was a guy that came to work in the company. I won't mention the company name. When the guy came for my interview and everything, and then my colleague that interviewed him said, "See, that guy does not know jack technically, jack." And I'm not saying you should come and lie. I'm saying you should be able to present yourself convincingly, like so much conviction that the person will say, I know you're not good with this, but I believe that if you come into this with all the skills that you already have, you can easily learn this. There are ways you can tell the company that, oh, I'm not good with this, and they will still want you. You have been saying people put job out there. I just joined Meta. I just joined Amazon. I just why do you think you can't apply there? You feel like you need to know coding to apply to Amazon. Who told you so? Who told you so? So we are going to deal with this. We are going to deal with so much. We are going to talk about confidence. We are going to talk about the way you answer questions during interviews. We are going to talk about how you source for jobs. How you source for jobs. Every single person here at the end of this program would have at least 2 CVs. It's very important. In fact, it's 3 CVs altogether that I have. There is a CV I call the master CV. In that master CV is a template to every other kind of CV that I create, right? I have a particular CV for a QA managerial position. So I just sometimes edit down based on the requirement I see online. And then I have one CV. That CV can go for any testing job opportunity. And I'm sure they will come in for an interview. For a very long time, I stopped applying to just because there are some companies I'm targeting, and I know that, and I'm not applying for a QA role. So I need to build my profile to this place that I built my QA level to. Possible you can't be joining by this time. So we are going to build a lot. We are going to be building you a lot, and I need people that are only ready for this. I need people that are only ready for this. If I'm not ready, of course, I won't pursue you. Like I said, it's not something that we need to pursue people. No need to use cane to flog you. Once you just notice that, once you are not available, is that you pay a fine. Which for this one, anybody that missed this one should be ready to pay a fine. Maybe I won't make it that high right now. Maybe I will just charge you $10 for this one. You miss the second one, $10. You miss the fourth one, $10. You miss the fourth one. After you pay that $10, you miss another one again, you are out. You don't do. The $10 don't do. So I'm going to create that link as a sample. So that's what we are going to do. And like I said, we need to, sorry. So we need to, so I want us to vote for what day of the week should we be meeting, right? And what time. So when we meet this weekend, then you will use the following week to releasing to my session again. I'm thinking we should be doing every Saturday. But we would have done it today. Well, today is just like a welcome session for you to know what we're going to do. So from next week, I would also try to do something during the week. So possibly I've been unable to edit. Can someone help me input my name? What happened? I have not been able to edit. People are still editing here now. People should add numbers now. We are like 30, 32 on this call. Okay. So we are like 32 on this call. So add your name down now. I've increased the number to 35. So please don't overwrite on someone's name or anywhere you see a cursor, don't bother typing there so that the person doesn't overwrite you. So type your name there. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And when we are done with that, and I see that I've also shared to a certain level, like one of the persons that is going to be also be sharing with us here very soon, I'm going to invite her. Her name is Temitope. Temitope, I call her Temitope Adeleke, but she's Temitope Molere. She's the head of quality assurance at Interswitch. And she reached out to me one day. She was like, okay, I'm tired of the way people come and do interview. Testers are terrible. Testers are good technically. Especially if you have come to testify, for example, you have come, you have studied, you are good, you have experience and all of those things. But to get the job is the problem because of the way some of you do interview. And then she said, you know what? Um, things that they need to, the things that she wrote for me here that she would really, really want to contribute. She said, strong communication skills, clarity of thought and articulation. So people will ask you question, you know, um, answer. They will ask you a question, and then you go around, you parabolic the way you before you finally answer one thing, hit the nail on the head. Some of you won't give us a skeleton response. You're not even hitting the nail on the head. So she talks about clarity of thought and articulation, stakeholders management. Need to know how to manage stakeholders, being able to liaise and build appropriate and professional relationship with various stakeholders. Some of you don't even know how to build relationship with yourself. You don't even have friends. Those people that are your friends, either your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner, you need to have professional friends that you are very intentional about, that you are very, you need to even with your developers, you are not enemies. We need to remove that flesh too. We need to remove that from our skin. You're not enemies with your product managers, you're not enemies with your developers, you're not enemies with your co-testers. Nobody is there to collect your job. You are here to do your job and to do it well. So she talks about that she's also going to contribute that part. She's also talk about technical skills like SQL, data structure, algorithms, API, these GraphQL. These are the things testers should have. These are the things you should have, not just I know how to write test case, I know how to execute, I know how to draw a fine chart, I know how to write code. There is so much more. The difference between me and you going for an interview right now is not because I have technical skill that is better than yours. It's also because the way I'm able to articulate what I know. They can ask you what is software testing. The way you define it is different from the way I would define it. There's a question they will ask you. The way I will answer it will be different from the way you answer it. That is why I'm a better candidate than you. So in some cases, why you fail to get the job is not even because of the technical interview that you failed. It's even because of the way you respond to some questions. You said I did interview and fought with them last year. So and there are ways you turn offers down. Right on the call, I will tell you that, oh, sorry, I won't be available for the next phase of this interview. I don't think I want to continue with you. There are ways you say these things. And you know that, oh, this is the reason why, this is the reason why. I've left on the call, I let them understand why I cannot continue with the offer. I told them, I'm sorry. First of all, I was on this call like 10 minutes earlier, before the interview, and then I had to wait extra 10 minutes late. For me, it shows not being focused on me as a candidate. Even if you have 4, 5, 20, there are a lot of things I mentioned. Even if you have 10, 40, of course, it's not the way I said it. I was said it very, very articulately. Even if you have 20 people you want to interview, you should respect my time because I'm working. I'm in an office. I'm working. So you cannot just pull me out of my work hours to come and do interview and you not focus on me for that hour. You need to clear your decks the same way I will clear my decks for an interview. It's a two-way conversation. It's a two-way benefit. So, like I said, when you're going for an interview, especially for those that don't have experience yet, when you're going for an interview, please, you're not going there to attend to a panelist or to be queried. You're not going there to be queried. You go there with the mindset that we want to have a conversation and you own the conversation. You own it. I'm not saying you should go there and be rude because another people still go there and be rude and I'm a tester, I have this and the arrogancy. No, but you're also not going there to become a pauper. And they're like, hey, please give me the job, please give me the job, help me. No, there is a professional composture. There are things they are the way you command your words, there are the questions you talk, and then there is a confidence. See, you can't go for an interview so confident in yourself, go for 2, 3 interviews and not get a job. Like, even if it's your village people. Anyways, we are going to do that over and over again. At the end of this time, when you are done with it, I'll give you a certification to show that you participated in the program. The certification is just to make sure to show that you're officially a member of the Testers community, which will definitely come with, a hoodie, a shirt, something to just show that you're part of the community. And then you guys, if you're in Lagos, those in Lagos can meet in Lagos. There are some testers in Abuja. You guys can meet in Abuja. Just have time and meet with yourself as testers, take pictures, hang out together, you build relation, build connection. Somebody can have offers in their own office. The offer you're looking for can be needed in another office, but because you don't talk, you just wait till when the person posts on the group and say I have a job in my company, you apply. Until you do that, I'm sorry, I will only post that on the group after I see that people in my community, they don't chop belleful. And it's not selfishness. It is what it is. That's why connection is good. That's why they say your network is your net what. So that's what the program will be. So once in the week would meet, talk about the topic that we are dealing with for that day for like an hour. After the 1 hour, you allow me to talk, and after the 1 hour, you ask your questions. Then you go ahead with the week, with the task for the week, and then we meet the following one. I'm trying to see how not to make it every week so it doesn't become so tiring. I mean, 6 months is a lot of time. Doing it weekly can be too much. I don't want to do it monthly either. Monthly will be too small. So I think we should meet every 2 weeks. Or what do you guys think? I want to hear from you as well. Should we be meeting every week or should it be 2 weeks? I feel once in a week would be too much. I feel like once in a month would be too small. I think every 2 weeks is in between, but this is just my thoughts. Candy says weekly will be okay. Inez, Mary, Victoria, Sultan, twice in a month is cool. Once in 2 weeks is okay. Okay. So 2 weeks is okay. 2 weeks is interval is okay. 2 weeks is fine. I think everybody's going for 2 weeks, actually, at least from the votes I've seen so far. It's like 2 weeks is taking the lead. So yeah, 2 weeks is fine. So should we do it weekends? And then we have like 2 hours that we meet together, and then we spread it. We give you enough assignment during the week. So service says weekend, please. I also think weekend, actually. 2 hours would be okay. Weekend too. Okay. So yeah, we do weekend. For this one, the session I'm supposed to drop for us this week on writing, I will drop it during the week. Do you understand? I will drop it during the week. And then you would watch it, you will do the task, and then we meet in the next 2 weeks, which is like ending of the month, like on the 30th of June, which is ending of the month. So, but I would drop a course, not like a course, yeah, the first 2 hours, I'll drop it for you. So you have enough time to do it and then do your assignments over the week. It will be on writing. Expect me on that writing. I have a lot to say on this writing because it's a lot. Okay, so somebody said we should move it to time like 9 p.m. The reason why 9 p.m. will not work is that you're talking about 9 p.m. your time. Remember, we have people here in Germany who are like 1 hour ahead of you, which is like 10 p.m. their time. We also have some other people that are in, okay, for now, UK is like the same time. We have someone here that is also from Canada, right? And that is like 6 hours apart. So 9 p.m. is quite too late, actually. I feel like 7 p.m. is good. 2 hours will lead you to 9 p.m. I mean, my thoughts, again, it's up to you. I really want to give you the freedom to pick. Now we have concluded that it's 2 weeks. Now I've concluded that it's going to be a weekend. In the weekend, is it Saturday or Sunday? We also need to determine that. Is it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Sunday 2.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for more votes. Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, 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 Saturday. Okay. I'm seeing Sundays once in a while, but I'm seeing a lot of Saturdays.
So every 2 weeks Saturday. So now the last thing is time. What time? Remember, I mean, we could eat in the morning, no. We could eat very early in the morning, say 7 to 9 a.m. because you could have something to do on Saturday. You don't know, party can be there. It can be afternoon, it can be evening. So Saturday, what time? Ah, Igbo are coming with too much option now. Igbo are practically mentioning all the time. Should it be morning, afternoon, or evening? Let's start from there. Morning is from anytime to 12 noon. Afternoon is from 12 noon to 6 p.m. Is that afternoon? Evening, 5 p.m. too is evening. So 12 to 4 is afternoon. 4 to 7 is evening. So anytime till 12 is morning. 12 to 4 is afternoon. From 4:30 to 7 is evening. So let's see. I can see evening, please. Morning, evening, morning, evening. Afternoon is one. Evening, morning, evening. Some of us evening meets already. Have evening meet already. Evening. So when we say evening, evening is between 5 to 7. So if it is 5, it's like 5 to 7. If it is 6, 6 to 8. If it is 7, 7 to 9. So which one are we picking? So I'm going to pick between. But wait, we can't even do Saturday 5 because automation people are meeting every Saturday by 5 to 6. Hi. So is that how we do 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I don't know what time the this one go hard though. This one go hard though. To pick a time. Because I really need us to be meeting. I'm thinking that I should just be recording my sessions down. But no, if I'm recording my sessions down, I won't know I won't know who is part of this program or not. 12 to 2. Okay. You know what? I'll look at the calendar of those currently doing training and then see what time in the day fits well based on my own calendar too. Because really there's really no time that works for everybody. Yeah. And it can even maybe last time we'll go for Eunice. Is it Eunice or Mary that mentioned that we should do 9 p.m.? We in the post party we have weekly review by 9 p.m. Wow. Maybe last class we choose morning or afternoon. Because like that evening is jam-packed with a lot of things. Okay. I like the idea of 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. though. I like the idea of that. Sunday. I mean, Sunday is quite a lot of resting day for people to set up for the new week. So I think morning will be better for Saturday. I think we'll go for morning. You should not kill Testars. I just mentioned an example. You have ice choice, so you cannot do house choice any other time aside from that particular fixed time. I don't understand. sir, if that shifts to one side. And who says after that meeting you cannot do house choice? I beg you. You have rehearsals in the morning though. All these other people are saying. Who is busy? Who is busy between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Saturday? Saturday for parties. You are not ready. uh Yes, are you the only one that is busy? 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. What do you do every Saturday by that time? You see all these go to the gym. That one is not concerned me. This one self is enough gym. Who will do 6 a.m. to 4 a.m.? Ha. 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. I think I'll pick during the week last with the way people are doing this time thing. I'll pick during the week. I'll pick a Friday evening. I'll pick during the week. I can't pick Saturday. This one everybody is giving me meeting from those that in the morning that have children to take care of, which you can't see their children, to those that have jobs, to those that have meetings in the evening. Saturdays doesn't fit. That Saturday is again, like I said, we should all have the mindset. Lagos traffic will rumble people during the week, or during the week is okay too. I don't even know why people will say Lagos traffic is doing this. Will Lagos traffic affect you from listening? Will Lagos traffic, because the way people are used to talk about this Lagos traffic, people used to praise Lagos traffic too much. Oh. I used to be in Lagos traffic. Do you know how many course I complete in that traffic? But people will be inside traffic, you'll be sleeping, or you are arguing, or you are chatting. You waste all those 3-4 hours inside traffic. I beg. Lagos traffic, Lagos traffic. Do you know how many things people finish inside Lagos traffic? Now you dey use Lagos traffic, they sleep. Oh. Same time with today's meeting. Maybe I'll just reduce this to 1 hour, 8 to 9. Actually. Maybe I'll just Saturday 8 to 9 p.m. But some people have a meeting every week, 8 to 9 p.m. Some people have a meeting 8 to. Okay, don't worry. I need to end this now. So that'll be all. I will conclude on the time. I will conclude on the date and the time. I know it's every 2 weeks, and that's all. So that's all I wanted to share with us today. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming around. We really appreciate you all for being here. Okay. Thank you to everybody. All right. Let's have a great day. Thank you. Please, have you written your name? If you're on this call, go and write your name on that Excel sheet though. After this call, William is deactivating the access to that Excel document. And I can only see 29 names. It's not even up to 29 itself, like 26 names. I'm not there. If your name is not here, don't come and tell me later that I was there. If your name is not there, I'm not there. I'm trying to keep us on this call so that it won't deactivate the Excel sheet. All right, please, by 8:30, William, deactivate that link. By 8:30, deactivate it. So that'll be all for me, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.